I wish I knew how to do this when I got started. Let's lay out a comic page on paper for a standard American-sized comic book. I'm working on a comic right now. I'm doing it all by hand. The pencils, the inks, and the colors, all on paper. Not because I don't like computers, but just because I wanted to have a little tactile experience, and for the vision I have for this comic, I have a certain look I want. So if you, like me, buy some plain 11 by 17 Bristol board, not sponsored, and you need to lay it out and get it ready for drawing, then here are the things you need to do. Let me talk about materials. Materials are pretty easy. You need, obviously, your Bristol board, 11 by 17. You need some pencils. I like the mechanical ones, especially for layout, and these are 3 of the ones I like. This is a Zebra M301 0.5 mechanical pencil. This is the Pentel 0.5 mechanical pencil, and finally the Sharpwriter. Even though they changed the recipe a little bit, I think it's actually pretty good. It's still a little tough eraser. If you, like me, don't like using built-in erasers, you can get your own erasers on the side. And you need your T-square, a ruler with this little thing at the top. This is a pretty cheap one. It actually is so cheap, it doesn't get all the way down to the bottom, so I have to do a little finagling, but you'll see. But they make bigger ones. From there, we're going to mark out a couple different lines. You can't start drawing straight on the Bristol board. The way it's going to work, you need to lay out a little bit of the area you're going to draw on that is safe to draw on, places that the printer is going to cut off, and all of those things in between. So let me show you how to do that. We need 3 rectangles inside our paper. The biggest box we're going to draw is from the edge of the paper out. I keep this sheet in my notebook the whole time I'm outlining and laying out, and this gives me everything I need to remember on how to set up a page. So our first one we're going to draw is from the top. It is 13/16 inches down. Now, why is it 13/16? Because an inch is broken apart on a ruler, on a tape measure in 16ths. So every one of those small dots you see here, those are 16ths. So 2/16 simplifies to 1/8. So you can see they get a little bigger at different intervals. So if you ever hear me say 13/16, that is 13 tick marks. On the side, you're going to draw a line a 1/2 inch into the page. We connect those, we're going to make our full bleed. This is the absolute edge of your paper. Now, comic printing, and most printing in general, is not precise. It's not going to be cutting within a fraction of a centimeter. It's going to have a little variation. So we're going to need another box, and this box is called our trim line. Your trim line is going to be 1 inch down, 5/8 inches in. So remember, 5/8, that's either going to be 10 of every single line or 5 of the medium size lines. All right, this is your second box. This is called your trim line. This is where it is aiming to be cut off. So this is where the printer is going to try to slice the page. That is why, if you have art that's supposed to go off the page, you need to get it to the actual furthest line, the bleed line, because in the event that it misses a little bit outside your trim line, you don't want it to show. So this is the planned area of cutting on your page. And now, the last box we're going to draw is you're going to go 1 inch and 3/8 down, and on the bottom, and 1 inch on the side. This is called your safe area. This is where your panels are going to go. This is where dialogue will go. You can draw things outside of this safe area, but just know nothing of importance should go outside of this. And so, once you have that, you are ready to start thinking about where your panel is going to go, where your character is going to go. That is how a page is set up. Of course, you can buy paper that is already preset, and also your printer, whatever you're using, might use something different. So maybe this isn't totally applicable to you, but I think this is a great baseline, great starting point. If you don't know how to go from this, a blank page, to something you can start working with, these numbers are perfect starter numbers. I got these numbers from Blambot. That is who I've used to get my reference. I've also gotten some great explanations from people on Global Comics, specifically the creator Jackson at Art Crumbs. And I think something like this is I wish I knew how to do this when I got started, and hopefully this is a resource for you.